The banding process, number one, it's the cheapest, most effective way to monitor this species. It is a migratory bird, so it monitors throughout the continent and beyond to South America. There are two bands that actually go on the legs of this bird. Number one is a silver U.S. Fish and Wildlife band. It's provided to us by the United States Fish and Wildlife, by the federal American government. They sent those bands up to Canada to the Canadian Wildlife Service, and we put those bands on one of the legs. The second band is a solid black band, and it's typically referred to as our Canadian marker band or recovery band. And that black band...
How long has that been around?
Well, we've been using a solid marker band for the entire 40-plus years of the National Canadian Peregrine Recovery Program. Okay? So it's really important. What it does today, in particular, it identifies this particular bird as another country's species at risk and protects it from harvesting, legal harvesting in the United States of America. Because the U.S. Fish and Wildlife has garnered us one concession in their harvest, in that if this bird dons a black Canadian, solid black Canadian recovery band, and it is legally harvested and trapped, then it must be released back to the wild. So that $22 band is so important to protect your and my Canadian resources. Unfortunately, with the changing of times and the funding cuts that we're experiencing all over in every department here in Ontario, the provincial Ministry of Natural Resources and the provincial wildlife resources are no longer paying for these bands.
This was in the last budget.
This was happened. Actually, the announcement came last year, so we were prepared for it this year. We now have to privately fund or buy these bands, and it's the Canadian Peregrine Foundation that's taken that initiative here in Ontario to raise the money to generate the funding so we can buy these bands and continue on with this program. We are solely here through the direct support and contributions and sponsorships of private sectors. We're no longer government funded or supported anymore. We were many years, 22 years ago, but today there's no government support or funding or monies available for groups like ourselves, and that's all we do for a living. We are here mandated specifically for the sole purpose of restoration recovery for species at risk, raptors, endangered species, threatened species. So this is one part of that program, is the birds of prey, and in particular the Peregrine Recovery Program here on a national basis. Do you know